Namaste, Jai Bharat. Pathans used to be an integral part of Bharat or Bharatiya society, right? For a long time. So in my childhood, I've seen many Pathans just walking around selling this thing, that thing. They those days used to tell us Pathan Mithai, and they used to have a bugle in their hands. Or he's walking on through the villages, he'll be blowing all the streets in towns. He blows the bugle, and people know it's Pathan Chacha or Pathan Mama comes to sell things. So that's just at common level, ground level interaction with the Pathans in every child's childhood in Bharat. I had my personal experiences with Pathan Chachas, Pathan uncles. They were very serious kind of people, whatever. So the point is that Pathans used to be present in Bharatiya society in almost every place, every nook and corner, not just north, but also in the south, deep south. So the point is that which I am trying to do, that Bharat and Afghanistan had relations, people to people relations, in spite of political differences, rules, whatever might have happened subsequently. They used to be the people to people relations for very, very, very long time, hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. Of course, obviously thousands of years, because Gandhari, our king of Bharat, Dhritarashtra, married, is from Pathan. She's from Kandahar. And the Kauravas are half Pathans. So there used to be relations. So somehow, at some point, the people-to-people interaction will be strong. Same is the case with Turkey, in spite of the fact that Turkey is being ruled by a dictator who is just thinking, who's again using Islam for his own personal reasons, like Pakistan. Pakistan is using the religion of Islam for their own whatever they want, and they always put Islam and use that religion and then get benefited. Otherwise, I don't think these people have anything to do with any religion at all. They're absolutely not religious. Because we understand being religious as something entirely different. There's a different directions. If we start talking about that, then they'll go in that line too. So very recently, for the first time, the External Affairs Minister of Afghanistan, Taliban today, just came to New Delhi and spoke to our External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar. Dr. Jaishankar is not a man who will meet people just like that. He will also not use words just like that. Like our Trump trader. He wouldn't just speak nonsense. Of course, our Prime Minister is another classical example who doesn't do waste words. Mukam karoti vachalam. He understands it better than anyone. Mukam karoti vachalam. Our Prime Minister understands it much, much better than anybody else, and he is living example of that. After all, he is a subject of Dwarakatheesh. Dwarakatheesh for those who understand it. Those who don't understand it, don't bother to understand. So, the Afghanistan External Affairs Minister come to Bharat. This is the first time that we speak of an External Affairs Minister of the Taliban coming and speaking to the External Affairs Minister of Bharat. That's a kind of recognition that we have come to give. The point is that when Pakistan, whatever they do, whatever mischiefs they do, mischief is too mild a word for a gentleman. So, but what mischiefs they do? In day one, Afghan Pakistan supported Bharat. From day one and right in the beginning, Afghan Taliban supported Bharat, saying that these people are not doing the right thing, at least. Pakistan. And of course, they have their experience with Pakistan in recent times, very, very intimate experience with Pakistan, and they have admonished us, don't trust these people, they're absolutely not trustworthy. Of course, we know no one will trust Pakistan. And of course, like China, no one will take them serious, no one will trust them. So Pakistan also, we of course don't take them very serious, and we can't trust them, we don't trust them. But for makeshift relations, things should go on. Now anything can happen to Pakistan. Now Pakistan, they were telling, we'll make 1,000 cuts, that Bharat will bleed through 1,000 cuts. That's one kind of statement they made. Another statement they made is that the Hindus will face dearth of firewood to cremate their deads. That's too much of a talk. The firewood will be less. We will face dearth of firewood to cremate our dead. We don't use such words, we don't use such language, we don't use such concepts. We can easily say, for anyone caught from Pakistan, we'll burn them so that they will not have their bodies to go to heaven and be hoods. We can say that, and we can do it, nothing wrong. Just put petrol and burn them. We can do that, we don't. But they said this. Then they talk about 1,000 years of war with Pakistan, Bharat. Then they again talk about, see, this is which they have been telling very consistently, and almost every Pakistani says the same thing, sings the same song, saying that we will put nuclear. We have got so many nuclear missiles facing Bharat. We are going to send them. We'll launch some. We'll do them. We'll evaporate you. And these kind of statements are made not just by common people. Of course, most of the common people in Pakistan are Jahils, but they are not made by the common people. They are made by responsible politicians who are supposed to be educated. I don't know which university gives them degrees. That's a different case. Make such statements. Now, these things don't exist. They don't come. We don't hear them speaking such things. After this Operation Sindoor, Pakistan thought that, they tried to, they use religion, as you know, they use religion for their nefarious ends, and they tried to use the Afghanis, Talibans, for their purpose, for their end. Pathans are straightforward characters, they trust you. And Pakistan has grossly betrayed the Afghanis, Pathans trust upon them. So this is a gradual thing, it's a very gradual thing. Pakistan tried to use Afghanistan. When initially Taliban was in the making, forming, we were not in support of any kind of Islamic rules in that sense. We were not in support of that kind of revolution, throwing of government and making such rules, because we are more concerned about democracy and the people of that place. We were with the people of Afghanistan always. So they tried to support Afghanistan because they thought, with the help of Afghanistan, they can take Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The whole thing now turned upside down, not because we have done anything, just because the Pathans realized, the Afghanis realized how shallow and untrustworthy the Pakistanis are. The whole thing got demonstrated in time when there was a conflict between them. They are in permanent contradiction conflict. Then develops another thing, TTP, Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, which is one and the same Taliban. Same Pathans, same attitude, everything same. But they work within Pakistan. They made some 100 attacks on Pakistan for last 1 year. Apart from Baluchi liberation people, Baluchi liberation army, the Baluchistan freedom fighters. This thing is going on already in Pakistan, not created by us. What they would for? They would say that we have done it. We have sympathizers with all these people. We support them emotionally, but we have not made them do it. You think they are puppets? They will jump according to somebody's whims and fancies. You do that. That's what you have been doing against Afghanistan at the instance of US in the past. These people don't do that. They have integrity at least. They have integrity. They have honesty. They are not betrayers. Neither the Baluchis are betrayers, nor the Pathans are betrayers. They go by what they speak. They stand by their principles, whatever may be the principles. And Pakistan wanted to use Afghanistan Pathans or the Taliban against Bharat to confirm their Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They wanted to annex to Pakistan. And now things are turned. External Affairs Minister comes to Bharat. And they have seen that we have effectively destroyed all efforts from Pakistan to do whatever to Bharat. This, of course, I need not to say more. So they were trying to come and ask us, maybe defense discussions, defense weapons discussion, whatever maybe. That even if I know it, I shall not speak. Why should I speak a word which will harm my nation? I will not. After all, there is something called as discipline for a church. So, this is a situation. And now I'm sure Afghanistan will want to have land connection with Bharat. And if Pakistan occupied Kashmir is become part of the real Kashmir, then naturally Bharat will have borders with Afghanistan, land connection, and other things shall naturally follow. It's up to them, whatever they do, because we will take POK back today or tomorrow. That's a declared policy. Now, Operation Sindoor is not stopped. Operation Sindoor is paused, conditionally paused. Violation of any of these conditions will Operation Sindoor automatically operative. When Operation Sindoor is operative, it can go in any direction. And it's very clearly told. Our Prime Minister himself has told that we will talk on few issues. If there is a discussion with Pakistan, we will discuss on in Pakistan illegally occupied Kashmir. We will discuss about end of terrorism. We can talk about handing over terrorism. Nothing else. There is no question of Sindhu Water Treaty revoking. Absolutely not. Closed is closed. If it has to be opened, there will have to be some other context and talk, then it may be. You were only telling, Pakistan only was telling that blood will flow. Yeah, true. But blood and water won't flow, our Prime Minister said together. Therefore, now let the blood flow, water will not flow. We shall meet again with some other thought. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.